Hi, this is Oz Katz, co-founder and CTO at lakeFS, back with another pro tip. So this one's going to be particularly interesting for those of you who are using Databricks. So we're going to see Databricks widgets working together with lakeFS. Sounds cool, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to show a notebook that has this little dropdown that allows you to see data across different branches using a custom widget that will connect to lakeFS. And this is just 2 lines of code. So let's see this in action. So I'm going to focus on a data set that I've already went ahead and created called NYC TXC Delta Lake, which is just a delta table. I have a few branches on my repository, one called main, another one is experiment OzK. And if I look at them, they're different. So I've made some modifications to the data on that experiment Oz branch. I can actually explore that change through the lakeFS UI. So I can see that I've done a delete on that table on my branch, not on main, where trip distance under 1.0 miles. Let's see what the data looks like. So heading over to Databricks, I see that I have 2 cells on my notebook. The first one sets up this nifty little widget. So what does this look like? Essentially, we're just enumerating or listing the branches that exist on my repository, and then adding a dropdown to Databricks called branch, which defaults to just the first branch that it saw. The options are all the different branches that I have, and the text is choose lakeFS branch. Now, a nice thing about widgets is that if you address them from any cell, you can tell the notebook to execute those on change. All right, so if someone chooses a different value here, you just run the notebook or you run specific cells, and this is really powerful. And let's see how this is used. So if you see here, I have this nice SQL statement, essentially reading from whatever branch is currently configured. And the notebook is smart enough to realize that this placeholder is actually tied to this drop-down. Right? So if I change the value here, it will know to execute this cell and show me different results whenever I change the branch. Right? So let's see this in action. So here I'm looking at our branch, which is main. And if I go and select another branch, I see that it's actually recalculating and reapplying the visualization to see that I get different results, right? And if I add a new branch on my lakeFS instance, let's go ahead and create experiment OzK2. Hit create. This is from main, so it's the same as main. And now I just regenerate the widget. I can see that experiment OzK is dynamically added here, and this cell is dynamically executed because we changed the branch. So this is a very powerful integration, and as you can see, it only took 3 lines of code. So not bad. Thank you, and until the next pro tip.